from this point, from this need of understanding and different of opinion that occurred as a result of these fundamental questions about the Quran and about Hadith, to, I use the original word because you should be familiar at least with this basic terminology in the Arabic language or Persian language. As a result of this problem, we have the science of tafsir. Tafsir means commentary, or to comment on something, tafsir. And then they realized that tafsir is not enough for understanding of the unclear verses, ambiguous verses. Therefore, they went to the question of ta'wil, means interpretation. So two sciences from around the end of the 2nd century developed in Islam, and these were two science of tafsir and science of ta'wil. Ta'wil means interpretation, means going to the inner, deeper layer of a text, and tafsir remains on the understanding of the surface. Grammatical issues, vocabularies, circumstances of the revelation. These issues which have to do with the structure of the text, whereas ta'wil went to the understanding of meaning. And as a result of this understanding of the Quran and tafsir and ta'wil that became very important for understanding of the Hadith and for understanding of the Quran, we came to 4 different groups in absolute enmity with each other within the Islamic civilization. One is the philosophers. I don't write, there's no joke for it. Philosophers, then we have theologians, then we have mystics and Islamic mysticism and the Sufis, and then here we have religious ulama, or the people of Sharia law, the lawyers or the experts in Islamic fiqh or laws. These, right now at the present time, just a few days ago, one of the sheikhs of Baha'i issued a fatwa that in a new university that they opened last week, is forbidden that women and men students come together and sit in one classroom. But the philosophers, Baha'i philosophers and Baha'i theologians at the same school believe that this is all right. We can have women and men in one university classroom together studying the topics. But this religious leader, Faqih, is now expelled by the king, by the Saudi king. He's expelled from the Baha'i order. And already is claimed to be infidel. And it's a serious, serious matter in this new university. Because the philosophers and the theologians do not understand this mentality of this man. So, whatever they come to this kind of conclusions has to do with the tafsir and ta'wil of the text of the Quran. And definitely, when they come to this ta'wil and tafsir, they are influenced by their political inclination, by their economic situation, by personal social prestige in the Islamic community, and probably many, many other factors, hidden secrets, agenda, and so on and so forth when they claim something. And this is the situation in Iran. You see that some of the philosophers, theologians in Iran are against the Sufis. And the Sufis are having execution and persecutions, like the Baha'is, in the hand of this group. And some of these people are against this group is against the Sufis. And Sufis, in their ta'wil of the Quran, they say things that is not acceptable to the understanding of these people here. Because these are the people of letters, and they don't read between them. between the lines. These people go further on with their own understanding and experiences. So you see that hermeneutic sciences is complicated and is very important. That how one text of the Quran has been creating this amount of different opinions and persecution and execution among the Muslims themselves, leave alone their understanding of Judaism, their understanding of Christianity, their understanding of the Baha'i faith, and so on and so forth. Now, I don't want to dwell on this point anymore. It's sufficient what I tell you, what I told you already. This tafsir, just a few words, the tafsir goes to the understanding of the text from the external point of view. When mufassir or tafsir or commentator looks at the text when it was revealed. For example, right now, we have the Tablet of Ahmad, which is quite familiar to everyone. When you say that Tablet of Ahmad revealed in Adriano, 1864, the recipient is Ahmad. He is from Yazd, early believer. Met Baha'u'llah. Went from Adrianople to Baghdad. The text starts with this line, ends up with this. You have 700, 800 words in it. The style is in the clear Arabic. All of these kind of discussions goes around the question of tafsir. When you look at the circumstances of the revelation, the life of the recipient, and you look at the surface of the text and explain the words and wording and so on and so forth, you are doing the tafsir. This is not that much harmful. This is not going to be that much controversial. And you don't have that much room for maneuvering around. But when it comes to the ta'wil of the same text, Tablet of Ahmad, then you have terminologies that are problematic. The question of 100 martyrs, if you read this text. So, 100 martyrs, you can understand 100 has a definite meaning for all of us, 100. 100 apples, 100 peaches, 100 books. But when it comes to the value of 100 martyrs, it might give us different of understanding. And then at this point, we jump from this one to the question of ta'wil. And then it comes to the question of message. And because we don't have access to him, it might be unifying factor, the study of Tablet of Ahmad. It might be a source for disagreement and disunity among us. The writer leaves its text probably intentionally to be interpreted. It comes from the nature of the writer, some of the writers, to write in an ambiguous language. They want to leave enough room for the readers to go any way that they understand. So, in the Baha'i writings, now I come to this point, tafsir and ta'wil, both of them became very, very important and fundamental. Just close your eyes and look at 1844. Mullah Hussein comes to the Bab, and the Bab writes the tafsir Surah Yusuf. Yes? The commentary of the Bab on the Surah of Joseph is the beginning of his revelation. Of course, before the revelation, because before the declaration, he already had written the tafsir on the surah of the cow and another surah of the Quran. But after the declaration, we have this tafsir of the surah of Joseph. Then he comes to Isfahan. We have tafsir al-Asr, tafsir of the age, the surah of the age in the Quran.